Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second ever first month lineup AMA for Mini Dapps Online. My name is Sean. As it's always been, I've been the host for the past 6 AMA sessions now we've been doing. I'm the community lead at Kaya. However, enough about me. Basically, we're here today because these projects here have been selected as some of the few projects that will get to receive an AMA, as well as to receive priority stuff uh, with access with online. Basically, to gain access to some of the harder reach areas like Japan, Korea, and Thailand. I think that's one of the harder areas to reach those countries, specifically with the language barrier. With me today, we have Ronnie from Kuma Jump, Jun Seo from Nebula3 GameFi, the studio behind Foxy's Friends, Tony from Bombie, and finally Ronald from Meme Musume. Before we dive into the nitty gritty, to encourage active and engaging audience participation, basically we have to bribe our audience in order to ask questions. As it always is. Um, y- uh, with online AMAs, we do have a small giveaway. You can essentially stand a chance to win 100 Kaya just by commenting and asking a question. So in 3 easy steps. First step, comment your question on the broadcast, be it on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter X. You can either ask a generic question to all panelists plus me, or you can direct the question to a specific panelist. In that case, start your question with for XXX panelists. For example, if you want to ask Ronnie, start the question with for Ronnie. If it's for Junso, start the question with for Junso, ask question, right? The host, I will pick the best 3 questions to ask the speakers at the end of the session. However, due to the nature of time limitations, we may not actually get to pick all 3 questions. But we'll have to see how we'll have to wait and see how this AMA turns out. Basically, if your question does get picked, step number 3, do DM us on at Kaya Chain to claim your bag of 100 Kaya. I'll preface this by saying you have a week to claim the 100 Kaya prize. Otherwise, it's moot, right? If you DM us a month later saying, hey, I my question was selected, I'm sorry, it's forfeited. If you do ask a question and it does get picked on, like for example, ask a question on YouTube or Facebook, just send us a screenshot to make sure that you are who you say you are, right? Because we can't verify anyways. But yeah, so and Q&As are at the end of the session. So at the very end, after all the questions have been asked to panelists, everything will have that Q&A session live, right? Now that that's out of the way, I think we can start it off with a quick round of introductions. So let's go kick it. I mean, basically, give a quick introduction of yourself and a one-liner on the project you're representing. Why not we kicking off with Ronnie from Kuma Jump?
Hey everyone, this is Ronnie. I look after the business development for Kuma Jump. Kuma Jump is an official IP game which is officially authorized and endorsed by Kumamon, and that is a leading Japanese IP. Excited to be here.
All right, fantastic stuff. Next up, let's go with Junso from Nebula3 GameFi.
Hello, I'm Jun. I'm the CEO of the Nebula3 GameFi, and we are the Web3 publisher. And the Folk Six Friends is developed by the Wizen, which is the game developing company, and we are the publisher of the Folk Six Friends. Pleasure to meet you all.
All right, next up, I think Tony from Bombie.
Hi, Sean. Hi, everyone. This is Tony from Bombie. Bombie is the first game to be launched on both Telegram and the Line platform, and we are the game that lets you to play against zombies in a AFK settings. So if you haven't tried Bombie before, please do, and we are going to be doing a lot of exciting stuff.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Ronald from Meme Musume.
Yeah, Ronald just speaking here, so the CEO of Software Studio, and we are here with our product Meme Musume. In Meme Musume, you can evolve and train your meme inspire idol to stardom. That's the idea.
Great stuff, great stuff. All right, thanks to all the panelists for being here today. Let's kick it off with the very first question. I'll ask the question and we'll proceed from there. What is the concept of your project, and what are some of the key features and highlights from a user's point of view? Let's go with Ronnie.
Sure. Yeah, let me give a quick introduction to who we are once again. So Kuma Jump is incubated by an IP company called Meta, and we've bought the leading Japanese IP, that's Kumamon, to Web3. Kumamon was an IP created by the local Japanese government for purposes of tourism. So we've been able to create a Web3 game around this IP brand, and we're looking to bring more users from the Web2 side and more of the fans, which you will see in the traditional world, over to Web3 using this game. So yeah, it's a very simple and easy to learn gameplay. Essentially, Kumamon is the character, and the user basically has to allow Kumamon to jump across different platforms. So you have to time it so that Kumamon exactly jumps in the center of the platform. I think it's best described if you try it out for yourself. We've tried to make it as easy as possible so every user can get started, and it's easy with just a simple tap. And yeah, regarding our sort of vision around this game, why have we made this? Is we're trying to bridge the gap between sort of traditional Web2 users and Web3 users. We've noticed in Japan specifically and in Asia, the sort of community is a lot more closed, and they're slightly more receptive to new technologies such as Web3 and crypto. So through using a game such as this, where the user doesn't even need to know that it's crypto, it has anything to do with blockchain, we're trying to make it easier for these users to be able to be introduced to this Web3 ecosystem. So yeah, that's some quick sort of introduction about what we're trying to do, and yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. I personally, using an existing IP to draw people in, especially a thing as representative as Kumamon, I think it's a no-brainer actually. Especially you're saying draw in the user base from Japan, who's usually very like receptive, a bit saying it's Web3, no thank you. But I think it's really a no-brainer, really. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So next up, let's go with Jun.
All right, so I think many of the DApps are using the really big IP, like the Kuma, and really jealous about that. So as a the Web3 game publisher, we are working with the several Web2 game indie game developer, and we are supporting them to turning into the Web3 models and helping them to publishing on our platform. That's the concept of our platform, and sorry. So we are currently working with the 3 game developer at the moment, and the Fox 6 Friends is one of our first game on our platform. And the concept of this game is the player have to boarding the UFO moving in the opposite direction of the players, and they have to rescue their animal friends, and they have to at the final have to reach the escape point. So this game is a puzzle game. It's really simple puzzle game, but at the same time, you have to using your brain to solve this puzzle. So it can be say as a brain training game. Thank you.
Okay, great stuff. Tony?
Yeah, so Bombie is the first game to be launched on both Telegram and Line platform, and also the first fair launch crypto game that we encourage our users to play and earn our Bombie token. We have launched this game since last August, and we have launched online last month as well, which was very exciting to us. And we have acquired 9.5 millions of users already, and over 1 million users on online as well. So we want our users to be enjoying a zombie fight game where they can fight zombies, they can fight the players as well. They can open airdrop box to obtain different types and different levels of equipments, and a whole lot of other stuff they can do in our game. And I think what we have been trying to do is to make our gameplay more engaging, and like Ronnie mentioned earlier, that we also leverage how Kaya can help us to ramp up our traditional Web2 users into the Web3 space without much of a technical difficulty. They don't have to create their own wallet. They just have to have their online account, and they can enjoy all the suites of stuff and also play other games as well. So this is what we have achieved so far, and we are so excited to be working with all the parties in line as well.
All right. I think Tony isn't new to this AMA. I think he was with us, I think, last month as well. So welcome back. Last but not least, Ronald. I'm getting a bit confused because it's both a Ronnie and a Ronald, but we'll make it work. Ronald, yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, in Meme Musume, the concept is based on a classic evolution game. I think that genre quite popular back in the day, right? So in which if you keep picking a certain item, later on it will determine which idol that you will end up with. And in our game, though, every day your idols get to participate in concert, but each concert will have a different requirements or demand. So every day, sometimes you have to come up with a different idol and with different skill set to win those light stick medals. And later on, with the light stick medals, you can use it to top with the idol using AI chat technology within our game. So I think that's pretty much the big picture of what we're doing, and the big concept of our game.
All right. Thank you, Ronald. Yes, Ronald, correct person. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the second question now. Yeah, it's gonna get. Well, we'll see how this goes, right? If I get you too confused, I'm sorry if I do, right? I mean, it'll eventually happen, probably. All right, Ronnie, back to you. What does a long-term vision and roadmap look like for your game? Kuma Jump, sorry. Yeah.
Sure. So as I hinted at before, the vision of our project is to bring more of the sort of traditional users back over to Web3. So to begin with, we've sort of launched this game, and now we may look to do some other sort of NFT related airdrops maybe, and some other sort of Web3 products, specifically NFTs, because like I mentioned, our audience is primarily from Japan and the Asian market, and collectibles, anime related cool items such as that, and IP related themed products, it's extremely popular. So we may look to add some more real life utility where we may offer the chance for users to redeem sort of real goodies, real merchandise, maybe off the game. So if they perhaps score higher in the leaderboard, they get access to be able to purchase some good or get something delivered to their house. So some off-chain utility as well, which could be something really interesting, and that's what we're looking for. And yeah, we're working on a sort of a more of a competitive sort of PvP in the good way. I mean here, a more competitive to the sort of leaderboard strategy where users are able to compete with one another in the game, including some multiplayer modes. So yeah, users can play with their friends, etc. Which is something which is not as seen as often in tap to earn type concepts. So yeah, that's a sort of quick brief on that.
All right. June, what does the long-term vision and roadmap look like for the Fox 6 friends? I guess like Nebula3 as well as a whole. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Like, yeah, we have always have some 2 points one from the game and then one from the platform. So for the game, the Fox 6 friends currently consists of 6 chapters and 720 stages and 615 decoration contents. So as is the core mechanics is based on the puzzle play and the decoration contents. Definitely, we're gonna keep updating this keep updating this gaming content with a new core mechanic. And for the Nebula3 GameFi, all the game is really the linking with the platform. And then we can moving our assets from other games to another game on our platform. So we are using the multi-chain strategy. So we are having another contract with the other mainnets. So even you are playing in our DApp, you can when you're moving your assets to other games on our platform with a different chain, you can like easily like moving your assets. So like for this matter, we're gonna launching 3 new games on different mainnet this year. That's our like short term for this year, and definitely we're gonna having the TG of the like platform token, and at the same time, we're gonna like conducting like the cross text like between the other like games on our platform in different mainnets. That's our like long term vision. Thank you.
All right, interesting stuff happening not only from the Fox Six friends, but also Nebula3 as a publisher as well. It's always cool to see like how the two different perspectives as well. Yeah, because obviously a publisher has different goals from the actual game itself. But yeah, it's a cool thing. All right, Tony, what does the long-term vision and roadmap look like for Bombie?
We are working very hard to have our first, actually the only airdrop action to be in these 2 months. That is the TGE, of course. So we have been doing some publicity works as well. Which if you haven't, please follow our X as well. We are going to do the airdrop, and we are going to reward our long-term and also new players through this airdrop. So get this chance to start with the game and start on earning the in-game Bombie token, and then we will be doing the airdrop real soon. And at the same time, we are also working on some other further development for the game. We want to keep this game as lively as possible for as long as possible. And as we have just launched in line last month, we are also doing some sort of customization and localized development for different for our new users there as well. We want to be bringing different elements and also a little bit of gameplay enhancement into Bombie, and to make sure everybody gets their own fun from playing these games. Yeah, and we have also done some crossover with other games as well in the past month. We'll be hoping to do more of that.
All right. Looking forward to seeing what Bombie has in store for the next few months. I mean, maybe 2 months, as you were saying. All right. So, Ronald, all right. What does a long-term vision and roadmap look like for Meme Musume? Sorry, I have to pronounce certain things. I'm sorry if it's offensive. You gotta do what you gotta do to make sure you don't mix it up. Yeah.
Yeah. All good, all good. So yeah, so as our game is just got released recently, and we're the latest one, I think. Yeah, I mean there are still tons of improvement that can be done. At the moment, we are focusing on the gameplay optimization and any bug fixing that actually we didn't encounter before the game get live. We plan to add more features, of course, in the future, such as the many mini games, like, and also for the AI idle chat that we mentioned before. Currently, is on its final polishing stage because we tried to train the AI not to say wrong things or wrong stuff, so we need to set boundary. But yeah, but we hope to deliver the AI chat features soon enough, out of the door soon. However, for the longer term plan, we are also planning to have an interoperability feature with our other game titles from Masterverse called Chain Quadrant. So in Chain Quadrant is a space bounty hunting MMORPG that we are currently still developing alongside the Meme Musume. And yeah, and regarding the NFT and the TG are also planned within the upcoming months. So yep, I think yeah, pretty exciting, and we're still hard working on both titles in this case.
All right, cool stuff happening over on Meme Musume. All right, back to Ronnie. Why do you think it makes sense for Kuma Jump to build on the Line mini dApp ecosystem?
Yeah, this is a very good question. I think the user base for Line and Kaya, specifically the regions where these users are based, it's a pretty lucrative opportunity for any project building in Web3 to enter these regions, specifically, the CR regions, through Line and Kaya. I don't think any other platform offers this sort of ability to enter and the distribution. You have like Telegram and Ton, but like from my past experiences, the audience from these regions, it's a very low percentage. So yeah, from a distribution perspective and more of a regional opportunity, I think this is the best place to be able to enter and tap those audiences. Yeah.
All right. June, why do you think it makes sense for a Nebula3 and the Fox 6 friends, I guess, to build on the Line Mini Dap ecosystem?
From my perspective, I think the portal is really like the key features of the Kaya network. So every different mainnet, like they having their like unique users and they always like promise they can like provide their like network users to the to the product, right? But actually, they are like spread it out on their like chain, but the Kaya for the Kaya side, they like combine all the users and then like working as a gateway on from the DA portals. So everyone I think like anyone like come to the like the portal and then launch their like DFs on the Kaya network, they can have some like benefits like having like the user acquisition point from the DA portal.
All right. Cool. Tony, what opportunities do you foresee regarding adoption and user growth for Bombie?
Like we said last month, Sean, I think launching a game online was a very straightforward decision because Line is a whole new platform of users from a whole new different regions than we had before. So we are able to reach a lot more different cultures and also different types of players as well. And that proved to be true. We have a quite over 1.2 million users online in 1 month, and we are getting a very nice revenue as well from the new platform. So it definitely have helped us to bring our game to different people. And we are also seeing a lot of comments into our social media that we are going to be working on some line specific customization, like skins, and we are trying to do some gameplays as well, but we are still working on that. Um, so. So reaching out to Line not just only bring us to new audience, we bring us to the new Kaya platform, which allows us to work in a different way with the blockchain. So I think this is very successful for us so far, and we're still excited on doing the things afterwards.
All right, all right. What about Ronald from Meme Musume? What opportunities do you foresee regarding adoption and user growth for Meme Musume?
Mhm. So I think regarding the growth, yeah, I think being in Line and Kaya platform is I'm pretty much aligned with Ronnie here because yeah, I pretty much agree that understanding that Line has a huge audience in East Asia and Thailand especially, and also Indonesia has a stronghold as well. I think that's what makes delivering the mini devs in Line Kaya platform become something that we are pretty much believe in and quite bullish about. And I think in other platforms there are quite some restriction, right, here and there. But in Kaya, I think there are more flexibility in case of delivering our mini that game. So I can say that it's amazing for the player number growth for sure. And even though we realize that our mini that product still not that has that perfection just yet, but still through line support and Kaya support, we are almost close to 10K just in 2 days. So shout out to the line mini rap ecosystem, and yeah, I think for this awesome and healthy player growth.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Back to Ronnie. What activities and campaigns can users look forward to, I guess, since all your games have already launched post-launch?
Sure. So yeah, just so we've already launched, by the way. So
Mhm.
just for some recap, so far I think it's been around 2 weeks for us, and we've acquired over 230,000 users. Yeah, so like going forward, we have these sort of gacha boxes. So similar to in Japan, you have these sort of boxes where users can get toys and stuff from like vending machines. We have the same and similar concept with our games. So in our leaderboard, when users play this game and they get a sort of a higher position, they're able to get these digital gacha items, and they can exchange these even for cash. So we're trying to incorporate cash rewards into our game. So yeah, that's something which we're doing at the current moment. And we may also look to incorporate more IP and more brand partnerships as part of our efforts to support the Kuma Jump game in the near future. So yeah, that's a small sort of summary.
Okay, cool. June, what are some key activities and campaigns users can look forward to, I guess, post-launch for the Fox 6 friend?
So like in the in game, like you can enjoy the daily mission and the task, and also we are the same as the Kuma Jump. We are expecting to have like some like collaboration task with other DFs on the line, and at the same time we are doing like boosting like campaigns on our like social media, such as our Nebula3 GameFi X, and we've been like operating some events every week with the Kaya reward, and we spent like more than like 10,000 Kaya reward, like, and which is bought by ourselves. We're gonna update the ruler system and the ranking leaderboard in near future.
Oh, interesting, interesting, cool. Tony, what are some key activities and campaigns users can look forward to post-launch for Bombie?
I think the most exciting would be the airdrop. So we will be rewarding our players with our Bombie tokens on different blockchains in Telegram and Line. So that is definitely one thing to look forward to. And then, like just mentioned, we are also in development of some localization and also some skins stuff as well for our game users. And we will be doing some sort of rewards for them, and people is going to be showing off their own skins. I hope. And we are also doing some major development at the back end as well. So there will be a lot more to be launched in the coming few months and this year as well.
Ooh, cool. Looking forward to seeing what Bombie has and the greater scheme of things. All right, so Ronald, what are some key activities and campaigns users can look forward to for Meme Musume coming up?
Yep. Okay, so at the moment, our player can look forward into just simple daily login features first, just to win a carry reward on certain days. But later on, I think there will be more missions and more things that the player can, for example, like competing their idols to enter like top 500 to win carry reward. And I think in the future, we also plan to release our token, the MSUM token, right? And we'll also keep the contest going on, and hopefully in many months to come. And the idea here is that just to have a variant mission for people to win either our token or maybe the KR reward at the time being. Because I think one of our mission we have to take it down, because today the funny thing is that when we try to make just a simple mission like a Connect wallet, somehow we got a spam bot attack. So therefore we have to take down the mission for now, and I think we just have to come up with a different mission later on. Yeah, but starting next one is going to be more interesting for us to come up with different other missions.
All right, looking forward to seeing what new missions come up. I mean, it happens, right? You have to take down stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Last question before we move into the Q&A. Ronnie, back to you. What does the user experience look like for Kuma Jump? Is how do we start playing? I mean, how does the actual gameplay past connecting the wallet? I guess.
Yeah, I think I've already sort of hinted at this on the first question already, so I won't spend too much time on this. But yeah, very easy. You log in, you sort of connect your wallet, and simply you just have a character on a platform, and you're bouncing that character from different platforms. So you press, and depending on how hard or how gentle you push to make the character jump, you may miss the platform on the other end. So that's the sort of essence of this game. Very intuitive and simple. And as you sort of past different levels, there may be new obstacles in the gameplay. So perhaps the platform is at a height, or there is some. We've also incorporated a flying mechanism, so the character can also fly between different platforms. And yeah, the users can also purchase sort of in-game merchandise or in-game tools, which the character can also wear. This is also provides us with the ability to partner with more brands and more IPs, because we may use their merchandise and their sort of design themes within the game. So yeah, that's just a sort of quick answer on that.
All right, cool. I might go try out Kuma Jump myself after this AMA. Seems pretty fun. All right, June, what does the user experience look like for the Fox 6 friend?
So the Fox Six Friends has the two core mechanic. First one is the pleasure play, and the second one is the decoration contents. So through the pleasure play, you can acquire the in-game assets such as gold, mileage, or star, and you can use this asset to like decorate the planets in the Fox Six Friends. And this is going to be released at the more project contents, and those two contents will be like looping by each other. So when you reach the specific level of the decoration level, it will release the rose garden, and you can choose the reward of the three. The first reward is the gold, and the second reward is the in-game item, and the third reward is the STAP, which can which can be exchanged to the platform token later. So depending on your preference, if you're the web users, you can choose like the first reward or second reward, or if you're Web3 users, you can choose the STAP for like future exchange. And at the end, we have an NFT system, and this is only for the Web3 users, and this can affect the in-game ability, and you can like boosting the STAP point requirement in the Rose Garden.
All right. All these games, all these explanations make me really want to start playing all these games, but I only have so much time after this AMA ends. Oh no. Yeah. All right. So I mean I've already started playing Bombie, so that's kind of fine, I guess. Tony, what does the user experience look like for Bombie?
Like what the other guys here mentioned, we also have some daily login missions as well. We have daily tasks. We encourage our users to come back to the game daily to visit the hero fighting the zombies, and we also ask our players to do PQs in the arenas every day. And and also we work with our game publisher on the Catalyst Game Center. They publish a game, so we also have some interactions with their game center as well. When we want to have some interactions with other games, and other games also interact back with us as well. We encourage all the users to play different games and go to the game centers and check out other airdrops or other features, and then all these actions goes back to the Bombie token they can earn today, and then eventually this Bombie token will be airdrop to their blockchain wallet later on. So this is and then after they have the Bombie token, they are going to be able to purchase further items and also drop bosses and also other bonuses through using Bombie token as well. So we want to keep this as a closed economic of tokens, and keep pushing the game and keep developing new features and make the tokens to be circulated and to be something people want to have.
Okay, all right. Yeah, cool stuff. I mean, that's pretty much Bombie for you. Ronald, I know, like, personally, I think some of my own colleagues at Kaya have been playing this game, Meme Musume. I haven't started playing myself. Can you maybe explain a bit more about how the user experience looks like for Meme Musume?
Okay, so yeah, I think so. Like just like in any evolution game, there are certain what we call evolution pills in the game, right? So the girl that the girl idol is basically is starting from the incubation chamber. So and then whenever you select the evolution pill, the girl's starting to evolve bit by bit. And once again, once you have all the idols, there will be a different kind of evolution pills that you can select. And if you keep selecting on one certain type of pills only, it will eventually lead into a specific idol. It will evolve to specific idol. And then once you have the idol, you can enter the second phase where you can train your idol to either sing or have a beauty contest or maybe just a dancing contest. And just between those three, I think you have to select just one because every day on at 6 p.m. There will be a concert, and every day the concert will be different. Sometimes it will demand and asking a specific idol. The idol for example, there's one that we inspired from Nyan Cat meme. We call it Nyantasha. So Nyantasha is sometimes it can be Nyantasha, sometimes can be Capricia from Capybara memes. And yeah, I mean, like it's all back to which specific idol that you're gonna select, and also which skill that the concert will be required. So if you select the right idol with a specific skill, then once you get into the concert, and later on you can get the what we call the light stick medal, the points inside our game, and you can use that light stick medal to chat with our AI idols. And later on, I think we're gonna implement once the RTG happening, we're gonna implement the Musume token, the MSUM token, where we hope that when people do concert, they can also win the MSUM token. That's the big idea behind the Meme Musume.
All right, and now go through all the questions. I'm gonna check if there's any Q&A from the comments. I don't know if there are any. Let's just do a quick check. Interesting. I think most of the questions for today's Q&A are mostly to do with Dapp portal issues. I believe there's some about connecting Kaya wallet and then, but none specifically for the meetup. So maybe we can give it maybe a couple minutes to see if there's any Q&A from the audience. If there's nothing, then, we'll move on. But maybe we can give it a few minutes to see if anyone from the audience wants to ask any questions. Right now is the Q&A. If you ask a question, you can earn about 100 Kaya if your question gets picked. And I'm pretty sure if you ask a question right now, it'll likely get picked. So, you have to basically bribe our way to getting questions, but such is life, as with being in Web3 and the whole online AMA thing. I mean, even you do this in person, you ask a question, nobody really asks, right? Like we've had at Kaya itself, we've had physical events. Like I think we had just had one in what was it at Consensus Hong Kong, and then it was like, any questions? Dead silence. So, or maybe it happens, right? So yeah, give it maybe a few minutes and see how it goes. Yeah. Mhm. Hmm. That portal isn't working. It's working for me, so it's fine. Yeah, I think most of the questions we're gonna get now are dealing with that portal issues. For those issues specifically, please bring them up on. I think the Twitter account is at that portal on Twitter. So do bring it up with them. Because that portal is still a line specific thing. So if there are any questions about specifically the panelists here. Otherwise, I think if there's no other questions, I think that will conclude our second of the many AMAs we're doing for the first month lineup, mini Dapps. Thank you all for tuning in. The next AMA session we're hosting will likely be sometime next week, I believe. Oh, and we have our community town hall live tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. KST for the KR session. Korean session, and at 8 p.m. KST for 9 p.m. KST for the English session. Remember to follow Kaya Chain, the Dapp portal, and all the mini Dapp socials. I think they are tagged somewhere on Twitter somewhere. They should all be tagged here. Follow Bombie, follow Kuma Jump, Nebula3, as well as Meme Musume. I think they said they'll be tagged somewhere on our Twitter. Otherwise, Yeah. Yeah. So in order to stay up to date with the latest news, right? Because you gotta want to know when the latest airdrops are happening, when the latest airdrop boxes from Bombie, or when the latest like new quests are coming up from the different projects, right? So yeah, we will have more AMAs in the future. But you will have to likely just watch our socials to find out more info on those. If there's obviously, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to our wonderful panelists here for being here and for answering all our questions. Yeah, all right. So we'll take care, and I'll see you all soon. I mean, the audience. I might not see the panelists and maybe see Tony again. I don't know. But yeah, all right. Take care, everyone. All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Okay,
Thank
thanks,
you.
thanks, Sean. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.